Hey, welcome back. Your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. This is FREECODECAMP.org. Right now we are working on responsive web design certification. We are learning CSS colors by building a set of colored markers. And this is step 21 through 40. All right, here we go. All right, step 21. There are two main color models. The additive red, green, blue model RGB, used in electronic devices, and the subtractive CMYK, or cyan, magenta, yellow, and black model, used in print. In this project, you will work with the red, green, blue model. This means that the colors begin as black and change as different levels of red, green, and blue are introduced. An easy way to see this is with the CSS RGB function. Create a new CSS rule that targets the class container. All right. All right. And set its background color to black with red, green, blue, which is 000. Oh, those are O's. Okay. That's our container. Congratulations, your code passes. Submit your code to continue. So that's it for step 21. On to step 22. A function is a piece of code that can take an input and perform a specific action. The CSS red, green, blue function accepts values or arguments for red, green, and blue and produces a color. Each red, green, and blue value is a number from 0 to 255. That means there is a 0% of the color, so it is black. 255 means there is 100% of that color. In the one CSS rule, replace the color red with the red, green, blue function. For the red, green, blue function, set the value for red to 255 and green and blue to 0. So 255, 0, 0. Okay. Congratulations. That's it for step 22. On to step 23. All right, step 23. Notice because that the background color for your marker is still red. This is because you set the red value of the red, green, blue function to the max 255 or 100% of red and set both green and blue values to 0. Now use the red, green, blue function to set the other colors. In the to CSS rule, use the red, green, blue function to set the background color to green. All right. Red, green, blue. And then it's going to be 0 for red. It's going to be 255 for green, and it's going to be 0 for blue. There we go. And in 3, CSS rule, use the red, green, blue function to set the background color to the max value for blue, and 0 for the other values. Okay. So we have red, green, blue, and that's going to be 0 for red, 0 for blue, or 0 for green, and 255 for blue. Oh, how did our 255 get outside? I don't know. That's it. That should work. All right, congratulations. That's it for step 23. On to step 24. All right, step 24. While the red and blue markers look the same, the green one is much lighter than it was before. This is because the green color keyword is actually a darker shade of green and is about half the way between black and the maximum value for green. In the to CSS rule, set the green value to 127 to lower its intensity. Oh yeah, makes a big difference. Congratulations, your code passes. On to step 25. All right. Now add a little more vertical space between your markers and the edge of the container element that they're in. The container CSS rule uses the shorthand padding to add 10 pixel to the top, bottom, set left and right to 0. This works similarly to the shorthand margin property used earlier. All right. Use the shorthand padding property. Uh, 10 pixels to the top and bottom padding. Left and right to 0. Congratulations. That's it for step 25. On to step 26. In the additive RGB color model, primary colors are colors that, when combined, create pure white. But for this to happen, each color needs to be at its highest intensity. Before you combine colors, set your green marker back to pure green. All right, that's it. Back to pure green, 255. On to step 27. All right, step 27. Now that you have a primary red, green, blue colors, it's time to combine them for the red, green, blue function in the container rule. Set the red, green, and blue values to the max of 255. Okay. Oh. All right. To the nines. That's it. On to step 28. Okay, step 28. Secondary colors are the colors you get when you combine primary colors. You might have noticed some secondary colors in the last step as you change the red, green, and blue values. To create the first secondary color, yellow, update the red, green, blue function, the one CSS rule, to combine the pure red and green. All right. Congratulations. That's it for step 28. Step 29. To create the next secondary color, cyan, update your red, green, blue function in 2 CSS rules to combine pure green and pure blue. There you go. There's cyan. Congratulations on the step 30. All right, step 30. To create the final secondary color, magenta, update the red, green, blue function in 3 CS rule to combine pure blue and pure red. All right, there's magenta. Congratulations on step 31. Now that you're familiar with secondary colors, you'll learn how to create tertiary colors. Tertiary colors are created by combining primary with a nearby secondary. To create a tertiary color orange, update the red, green, blue function in 1 so that the CSS rule that red is at the max value and set green to 127. Red's at the max. Green is 127. There's orange. Okay. All right, good deal. That's it. On to step 32. All right, notice that to create orange, you had to increase the intensity of red and decrease the intensity of green. That is because orange is a combination of red and yellow. To create the tertiary color spring green, combine the cyan with the green. Okay. Update the function in the two CSS rules so that green is the max value and blue is 127. Right. Very cool. All right, on to step 33. Step 33. And to create the tertiary color violet, combine magenta with blue, update the red, green, blue function in 3 CSS rule so that blue is at the max value and set red to 127. All right, on to step 34. All right, step 34. There are 3 more tertiary colors: chartreuse green, um, chartreuse green, which is green plus yellow, azure, which is blue plus cyan, and rose, which is red plus magenta. To create chartreuse green, update 1 so that the rule for red is 127 and set green to the max. Okay. For azure, update the red, green, blue function in 2 so that green is 127 and blue is at the max. For rose, which is sometimes called bright pink, update the red, green, blue function in 3 so that blue is at 127 and red is at the max. All right, check the code. Congratulations, that's it for step 34. On to step 35. All right, step 35. Now that you've gone through all of the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors on the color wheel, it will be easier to understand other color theory concepts and how they impact design. First, in the CSS rule 1, 2, and 3, adjust the values in the red, green, blue function so that the background color of each element is set to pure black. All right. Remember that the red, green, blue function adds the color. Okay, let's check. All right, that's what it wanted us to do. On to step 36. All right, step 36. A color wheel is a circle where similar colors or hues are near each other, and different ones are further apart. For example, pure red is between the hues rose and orange, 2 colors that are opposite from each other, or on the color wheel are called complementary colors. If 2 complementary colors are combined, they produce gray. But when they are placed side by side, these colors produce strong visual contrasts and appear brighter. In the red, green, blue function for 1 CSS rule, set the red value to 255. All right, to produce pure red. In the red, green, blue function for 2, Set the green value and blue values to max. Okay. All right, that's it for step 36. On to step 37. All right, step 37. Notice that the red and the cyan colors are very bright right next to each other. In contrast, this this contrast can be distracting if it is overused on a website and can make texts hard to read if it is placed on a complementary colored background. It is better practice to choose one color that is dominant and use its complementary color as an accent to bring attention to certain content on the page. First, in the H1, use the rule red, green, blue to set its background color to cyan. Okay, check. All right, congratulations. Go to the next page. All right, step 38 is coming. All right, step 38. Next, in the one CSS rule, use the red, green, blue function to set the background color to black. All right. And in two, background color red. Okay. All right. On to step 39. All right, step 39. Notice how your eyes are naturally drawn to the red in the center. When designing your site, you can use this effect to draw attention to important headings, buttons, or links. There are several other important color combinations outside of complementary color, but you'll learn about those a bit later. For now, use the red, green, blue function in 2 CSS rule and set the background color to black. All right, that's it for step 39. On to step 40. All right. And in the H1 CSS rule, remove the background color property value uh, and go back to the default white. Oh, it just wants me to put white. I'll just remove it altogether. Okay. All right. That's it for this set. That was set 21 to 40. Scroll through and, take a look at any of those steps in, detail that you'd like. We'll be going on to step 41 in the next video. Like, subscribe, follow. Let's learn how to code together in 2024 here. All right. I'll see you in the next step.